Hello and welcome back to the World Mental Health Summit for the World Mental Health Forum on behalf of Collaboration Global as well. My name is Jill Tiny and I'm joined today by one of our members, the wonderful Mr. Chris Freer. And Chris has been a member for some time and he has been supporting other members in their quest for good health, physical, emotional, mental, good health all round. So welcome, Chris. Lovely to have you on the short chat interview for the World Mental Health Forum.
Well, thank you for inviting me. It's always a pleasure, always.
Oh, bless you. Thank you, Chris. Well, we've got a theme here of a life well lived, and you have pushed the boat out in a lot of areas of your life. You've been a busy man in your youth. You've seen big success and you've seen tough times along the way, like a lot of us have when you hit a certain age. Mentioning no numbers. But at the moment, your website and your passion is for freer thinking. A lovely play on your name. I always thought we should utilize that name in your business. And you now acknowledge how powerful your mindset is. Can you share with us, when did that penny drop for you that this is like, oh my goodness, I can actually do something about this?
I've lived for 24 years now with a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis,
Wow.
and that created some really tough times in my life. Um, all the messages were negative, and it created anxiety, and then which fell into depression. And I'm probably going around the houses to answer your question.
Mm.
But it was probably the darkest day in my entire life that turned the light on, if you like.
Yeah.
Um, and as you know, I had a serious but incomplete attempt at ending my life. Um, and the aftermath of that was what I kind of refer to as my justice moment.
Mm.
It created clarity in my thinking. I'd realised that everything that was going on in my head was out of control,
Mm.
and I wanted to take back control, because the only place we really have control, Jill, is how we react to stuff that's going on outside of us. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, it was the darkest day of my life. Turned a light on, really, I suppose. Yeah.
At what point did you kind of take back control? Because I imagine you go to the doctor's surgery, you get that diagnosis, everyone around you is like, oh no, oh, that's terrible, oh, this is going to happen, and oh, this is where you're going to find yourself. At what point did you go, hang on a minute, these are just people telling me stuff about me, but I'm the one that knows about me. When did you kind of take back control?
That's such a big question, because it it,
It's
it
not
was
one
something.
moment, is it?
It was it's something that it there's no quick fix. It's an ongoing, even to this day, it's still an ongoing job, if
Yeah.
you like. But the day that I realized I had more control than I'd been led to believe by current health messages that we are given.
Yeah.
Okay. And it came after I'd been told I would be in a wheelchair by 2012. And to all intents and purposes, I was using a wheelchair more and more and more. But
Mm.
I was always studying how the mind worked. And I was always looking for positive stories and positive events for people with this condition, you know.
Mm.
And I got deeply into meditation,
Ah.
and my daily practice was to go into meditation and send workmen like dressed in little like high vis jackets and with pretend little kangos and hammers and drills and screwdrivers into my body,
Ah.
seek out the bits of my nervous system that was broken and repair it.
Mm.
Electricians were going out, and all that, and I visualized this in my mind
Yeah.
really strongly. And multiple sclerosis had affected me quite badly on the left side of my body, and I was unable to even wiggle my toes
Gosh.
until one meditation. I started to wiggle my toes,
Wow.
right? And it was then that I thought, hang on a minute, they said that can't happen.
Yeah. And
And then I
that,
started to, yeah,
I can just imagine that moment when that happened, and you're like, am I imagining it? No. And is it the meditation? No. But hang on a minute, they said, and it's that them over there, the sort of the royal we, the so-called experts, that actually we credit them with having knowledge from eternity, and they're not expert to know everything. They're specialists to know this much until somebody else discovers something new, and then they know this much, and then they know this much. Well, who's the expert? Who's the specialist on you, or who should be the specialist
well,
on you?
it's the person inhabiting this body, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it that that simple act of being able to wiggle my toes
Mm.
encouraged me towards starting to be able to tap my foot, like, which I achieved. When I achieved that, I thought the sky is the limit.
Did you really think it was mind over matter at that point, and that was just the only way that you were able to achieve that, or did you think there was something else to it?
I think, look, that I work on the mind, and I'm bound to say mind over matter. I
Yeah.
am bound to say that, but I do also think that we have to take a serious look at the choices that we make in our life, and and we have to really get down and dirty with what we choose to consume, and that's food, drink, and information,
Mm.
and I mean especially information, because often it's that belief set that holds someone back
Yeah.
from something that they want to achieve.
Yeah.
And I certainly had a belief that doctors knew everything and I knew nothing.
That's what we were taught, isn't it? The men in
Yeah.
white coats are the ones to be obeyed, believed, listen to what they say, be respectful of the doctor. All of our us baby boomers had that kind of drummed into us. You go to the doctor, he gives you some painful advice, and you say thank you without going, "Are you sure? Really?"
And
We
you
talk lots of
apologise for coming to
questions.
see him in the first place, don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. I
Oh,
mean, look, don't think I'm anti-health professional or
no.
anti-pharmaceutical, because I'm not
No.
in any way, shape, or form. But I think they also, or many, I'm not going to say they because that makes it sound like it's all,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
many need to open their minds now,
Mm-hmm.
because I am seeing many health professionals opening up to this different approach to overall health.
Yeah.
Without doubt, it's growing. It's growing.
And I agree with you. There are medications and things that you can take out there that can be really valuable. and not to be knocked at all. It's not like anti-establishment, anti-medical profession, but it is about being in control of your own body. So if you're taking something and the side effects are worse than the actual complaint, use your common sense and, find something else that's going to work more effectively for you. But half of it is not, because a lot of people think if it's mind over matter, I'm not strong enough. My mental will is not strong enough to cure myself. But it's not just that, is it? As you say, it's the taking on board. You feed your body like it's a temple rather than it's numbing the pain of the emotional pain that you have. So if you're told you've got MS and it's the worst diagnosis in the world, some people go and have a cream cake. Hang on, that's sugar, that's dairy, that's all the sorts of things that actually you've worked out through your research that isn't going to be supporting your diagnosis. So being what you think is kind to yourself by going out and supplicating the result actually is making it worse. So you have to be informed about what's going on in your body.
Yeah. I mean, that cream donut or whatever is just a quick feel good hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you're serving an addiction as well.
Exactly.
Without that, because if you really are driven towards that,
I
suggest you might have a sugar addiction.
Yeah.
That's been created for you. And you were probably unaware of it in the beginning,
And it's hard to get off of sugar, isn't it? It's one of the most addictive substances.
Yeah. But if I may, you said about people say, oh, if you're talking about mind over matter, I'm not strong enough to do that. It's still a belief, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that belief has been installed in your thinking by someone else. Yeah, literally. It could even be just a flippant remark made by someone when you was a child that's created that belief about self, because in my experience, no one's broken. No one's. It's just the thinking and the belief system that needs to change.
So what would be one question you would ask a client to help them open the door ajar to a different way of thinking? How do you go about it?
One of the first questions that I would ask someone is where the fear is. What's the fear?
Yeah.
And when you find out what the fear is, it tells you huge amounts about someone. And it's a very simple question, where's the fear? And when you get that information, you can use inquisitive questioning, let's say that, kind inquisitive questioning, to start to get to the root of where we're going and coming from with it.
I always hark back to that expression, you don't know what you don't know that you don't know.
Yeah.
You know what you know the stuff that you don't know, like a brain surgeon, somebody operates on a brain. I know that I don't know anything about that. So that's the stuff I don't know. But there's also stuff that I don't know yet. And that's quite often, where did the fear come from? Where did all of this belief systems that have been put into us that you think it's part of who you are? And actually, it's just stuff you don't realize that you don't know. And then once it's kind of opened to you and you go, oh, yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. I wasn't aware of that. And once that door is open to it and you can see it again, all of a sudden you've got the stepping stones to create a stronger mindset, an empowered space, a response rather than a reaction. and you can make those empowered choices. Like you go, well, now I know that that's not good for me, or now I know I used to think that, but I'm not going to go down that road anymore. Now I know the exercise I need to take to make my body stronger. Now I know the people I need to hang out with to make my thinking clearer. All of a sudden you can move forward. But if you're sitting there suffering, whether it be from poor mental health or stinking thinking, as some people might phrase it, quite often, and I think we're finding this as a running theme, if you can get someone like your good self, Chris, to sit down and have those conversations, then you can unpack where the beliefs have come from, what the beliefs are, what the beliefs that aren't serving you, what are the beliefs that are serving you. And then you can find those stepping stones forward to better health, better physical health, better mental health, and a better life going forward, a life worth living, rather than an existence that you're kind of putting up with, that you think, oh, what can I do? Which is where a lot of people are sitting at the moment, isn't it? It's like, oh, it's the way it is. What can I do?
Yeah. I mean, you used the word that I never ever use, and it's that suffering word. You know, the suffering word. You know, people get stuck
Yeah.
in that place. You know, and what happens is they focus on what they don't want. They focus on what they have. It's like pain. You know, and I know pain is a very emotive subject.
Gosh, yeah. Yeah.
Trust me, if you move your thinking away from the pain, it will turn down.
Yeah.
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 Getting people to understand that and recognize it. Look, if you've got pain, there's a reason,
Yeah.
right? You've got to find out what the reason is. But the more you think about it, the worse it will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always. It's like when you've got a toddler, they fall over. The minute if you could distract them, they barely notice it and it's a little bump. But if they go, oh, look at my knee, oh, there's blood, oh, it gets 10 times worse and you've got hysterics before you know it. And it's the same for grown-ups. Like you say, it's this, don't think about it and distract yourself, which is where
Yep.
things like possibly tapping comes in, or utilizing alternative methods to take your brain into a different place so that you don't have to focus on it. Chris, I know you and I could talk for England and get a gold medal to boot. If somebody wanted to contact you to find out more about what your story is, more about how you help and support people, what's the best way for them to contact you?
Well, obviously, everyone can get in touch with me through Collaboration Global,
Thank you.
um, which I have to, I'm keen to recommend.
Thank you.
But you've caught me in a little bit of a transition stage because I've got a new website coming,
Oh, exciting.
and the website will be, I mean, you'll find it with www.freerthinking.co.uk.
Brilliant.
If you Google me, I think you'll find me quite a bit, especially if you put in the hashtag
Yep.
BVOMT.
Oh, yes. And that stands for?
Best version of myself today.
Lovely. I like that.
So if you use that, you're going to find me.
Lovely. And if you don't find Chris, which I'm sure you will using that, but if you email me, Jill, GILL, at collaborationglobal.org and say, Chris Freer, and I will certainly connect you up. Or you can find him on LinkedIn as well. But we'll put all the details in the notes below this as well. Thank you so much for your time, Chris. I love the fact that our mindset is this organism that we can nurture and look after. And once you kind of open the door to how we've been trained unconsciously and how we can improve ourselves consciously, then there's no limits to what we can achieve with our health, physical health, mental health, and our emotional well-being. So I really appreciate this conversation today. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Jill. Thank you.